Hey guys, what is up? Welcome to the NFL Sunday Morning Show right here on the Hardcore Sports Network. I am here with my guys, James from Steelers by the Lake podcast, and I'm here with Nicky Seasman, the host of the NFL Pick'ems on Tuesday night. How's everyone doing, man? We got a jam-packed show for you guys today.
Absolutely. It's good to
All
see
right.
you again, Nick. You've been a little while. How you been, brother?
I know. I've been holding up work, doing my thing on the 3-point blitz and the pick'ems. It's been a while since I've been able to do a Sunday, but now finally I'm here. I'm able to do it. So happy
What
to
is
be
up?
back. Miss this
Yeah.
doing this show with you guys,
All
especially during
right.
football season. That's where it's the most fun.
Yeah.
It sure is.
I'm telling you, man. James and I did it a lot during the off season. It was like there was some stuff to talk about, but it just hits different when football's actually here.
No doubt.
It's different. Uh, all right. Wait, where's my mouse? Can't find my mouse. There it is. There we go. Yep, David is in the chat. Appreciate you stopping by. So
Morning,
for
Dave.
this week, from this week going forward, we're gonna have a question of the day, and I'm gonna start off with this, and then we're gonna go back to it throughout the show. We've been going through this a lot across media, whatever, ESPN, social media, whatever have you. Is Joe Burrow the next Andrew Luck? Is he the next Andrew Luck? So we're gonna start off with Nikki here. Is he the next Andrew Luck? Nikki.
In some ways, he already is the next Andrew Luck. He's already is the current guy. He's the guy who, but he's even worse. It's even worse off than Luck because now he's missed almost 2 full seasons, or at least the second half of 2 seasons, his rookie year and his fourth season. Now he's going to miss a good portion of his sixth season.
Yep.
And here's a guy though, who led a Super Bowl run his first full season when nobody had any high expectations for the Bengals. We thought at best maybe 7 wins going into that season, and they ended up going to the Super Bowl and then making it back to the conference championship the next year. So here's a guy who's excelled when healthy, but he's behind a horrible offensive line. He keeps constantly getting hit, keeps getting injured. And now this is the third time he's missed significant time in a season due to injuries.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Blaze
mean,
brings up a good point. Joe Burrow's the first Joe Burrow, not Andrew Luck.
I'm actually going to kind of compare Joe Burrow to a player from a different sport, Derrick Rose almost, where it's now becoming
Okay.
more of a what could have been than it is. So I'm looking at it from that perspective. Here's a guy that if you just feel like he could have stayed healthy, maybe the Bengals would have had another playoff run or two, or maybe at least a shot. Would have been tough getting past KC, but they could have at least had a shot if maybe they had a better offensive line. So it's turning into much more of a what could have been, kind of similar to Derrick Rose, where you wonder what would the Bulls have been if not for the injuries. Kind of the same. See the parallels with Joe Burrow in Cincinnati. That sadly, it's that what could have been because as great as he is, they just can't keep him healthy long enough to be a true difference maker.
Mm-hmm. Uh, James.
Yeah, I agree in so many levels with Nicky on this. It's it's a crying shame that year after year, like you watch NFL draft shows, you watch guys that do prep work, what do teams need? What do they need to address in the offseason? And every year for the last 5 years, we've said the same thing. The Bengals need to address this offensive line. And then they go through the draft and they don't address the offensive line. Every now and then they bring somebody in for free agency, but it's never anybody all that significant. And so it's no surprise that he's injured once again. It's a shame because the talent level that is Joe Burrow, he might even be a better talented QB than Andrew Luck ever got to because of his injuries just beating him down before he got to be one of those premier quarterbacks. He was on the path. We were all expecting Andrew Luck to be a top 5 QB in the league. Joe Burrow is. In most people's opinions, there's 4 elite quarterbacks in the NFL, and he's one of those 4 elite quarterbacks. And it's just crazy that you're not going to get to see him again. I mean, I'm hearing 3 months, which you're talking at least 12 games. By then, I can't imagine they're in contention to even be in a wild card spot. So
No.
I mean, they were counting on being able to score 30 to 35 points a game with their potent high offense because they have absolutely no defense. So just a horrible way of team building and extreme neglect in the Cincinnati front office It is kind of what we're expecting from the Cincinnati front office, though. So that's kind of what they do is they neglect things, and that's why you had a couple of players, a first round pick that didn't sign until the very last first round pick because they're trying to sneak in some real crafty stuff in the language on the contract, and so that they can fire them anytime they want to, and just why in the world are you not going to pay Hendrickson? That took forever for them to pay Hendrickson. He's the best defensive player on a bad defense. Led the NFL in sacks 2 years in a row. So it shouldn't surprise us that they just ignored the fact that they didn't have a good offensive line. At least take a couple shots late, At least take some like 4th and 5th round guys, and maybe you'll hit a diamond in the rough and somebody that can actually keep them upright. But just a shame. I mean, I had no idea how serious the turf toe was before this either. Like,
it's
I didn't know that you have
3.
like a ligament going through the toe that can tear, and that his toe was like half falling off and barely connected. And I was like, oh God.
Yeah, it's a grade 3. It's a pretty bad injury. And I got a bit of a hot take about Trey Hendrickson, and I'm going to go back to the whole Joe Burrow thing.
Yeah.
Trey Hendrickson's only staying for this season, then he walks. I don't see him staying anywhere. I see him wanting to get out. He only did this deal, so it's just like, okay, I got my money. Let me up my stock a little bit, and then let me get a bigger bag somewhere else. And he can get a big bag. He's definitely a very good defensive player. So once I see him go to a different team, more in contention to win a Super Bowl, then it's going to be like, okay, now you're doing your thing. And then actually Blaze comes in and goes, once again, this proves why O-line is huge and it's very also important to have a solid backup quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
I agree, especially with the Philadelphia Eagles offensive line. So especially that. So I definitely agree. You got to build through the trenches. Cincinnati just did it with the quarterback, wide receivers. They've been doing that for God knows how long. And the defense is just bad. I don't see them contending at all this year. So, and then again with the whole Joe Burrow and Andrew Luck did something that a lot of people do not forget. He retired in the middle of a preseason game. Andrew Luck actually retired during a preseason game. I actually remember this quite well. I was at the casino with my buddy, and my phone was just going off. Like, people were texting me, calling me. I'm like, what is going on? Andrew Luck retired. And I'm like, what? He retired. And then my buddy has him on my fantasy team. He drafted him the day before. And I'm like, well, you're stuck now. You're stuck now. Oh my God. And don't false start with your tush pushes. Of course. Always gotta do that. Always gotta troll me.
Gosh, let it go.
No, it's fine. It's fine because that's been a word going around the NFL right now. Like, they're trying to crack down the tush push, and honestly, this could be the last season with the tush push. I'm just gonna say that right there. I think it is. Gotta make some noise with this, and it's becoming too predictable with this play. Like, you see him going for it usually on 39 or 2nd and 7 or something, but save it when you need it. Like, having your back pocket, right? No one can beat it. You're just doing your thing, and then boop, now it's too predictable. It hurts Saquon Barkley's game as well. So that cost him the MVP last year.
Mm-hmm.
It really did. So, anyways, let's move on to the favorite games of the week. So, James, you got a favorite game of the week besides your Steelers there?
If I have to choose something other than my game, obviously. I'm looking through it right now to see. Oh, there it is. It's an easy one for me. Lions-Ravens. I think that ought to be a real good game. Obviously, it's clear who all want to see win that game, but we've seen kind of polar opposites from Lions week 1 versus week 2. They seemed hell-bent on making Ben Johnson regret his decision to leave. And I guess you're allowed to do that if you want to. So the Ravens defense also has not been what it was expected to be, letting up 40 points against the Bills. So they're kind of exposing some weaknesses in that defense that maybe some folks thought was going to be one of the elite defenses in the league. So if Detroit can take advantage of that, you might have another high-scoring game. that could be really exciting to watch.
I am really excited for that one. And shout out to my guy Eric here, who's actually a Bills fan. He's in the network as well. What's up, guys? Hell of a game lineup today, and how about those Buffalo Bills? There you go, man. Make sure you guys check out his show, The Wrestling Asylum, right after this, 11 o'clock on the Hardcore Sports Network. And my guy Adam Costas comes in and goes, that's not why they will ban it if they get fired G off early. So, yeah. Nikki, favorite game of the week coming up, or today?
At favorite game today, can it be outside our team?
Yes.
Or does it have to be? Or
No, you can pick ours, but I'd rather you not.
all right,
I'm gonna pick that game too.
Favorite
Honestly.
Sunday game outside the Eagles. I'm looking at the schedule. I'm like,
Yeah, I'm gonna pull up the schedule right now, actually. So let
I'm
me
actually
do
gonna
that.
go. It seems like an odd choice, but 49ers Cardinals, because even though that may not seem like the best, for some reason when those two teams match up, they're interesting, and the Cardinals seem to have the 49ers number, so Niners might be on upset alert in this one. But then again, the Cardinals, they're looking like one of the worst 2-0 teams we've seen in a while. I mean, they won against the Saints and Panthers, but they didn't look like a team that's going to be going far winning those games. So I don't know, maybe because usually when the Niners are shorthanded, Cardinals have their number, but the Cardinals haven't been inspiring either. So that's kind of a toss-up. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out.
I got two games.
I
got two games right now.
Or
the first one
or a tie.
Yeah. The first game, I'm going to go with the Green Bay Packers and the Cleveland Browns just because of Myles Garrett and Micah Parsons going at it. And I can't wait to see those guys that's on the field trying to one-up each other. That's going to be so fun for me to watch. And the second one is because of the backup quarterback or the wide receiver matchups you can go with. And that is the Cincinnati Bengals and Minnesota Vikings because you have Jamar Chase, and then you got Justin Jefferson. And then you got Jake Browning, and then you got Carson Wentz. I'm not necessarily going for the backups. I'm mostly going for the wide receiver. Those are the two best wide receivers in the league today. So that game I'm going to keep a close eye on as my Eagles are playing the Rams. So those are my two games. Guys in the chat, let us know what games you're looking forward to today. Excuse me. And as you guys are doing that, we're going to go through the coaches on the hot seat. So what's going to happen here, you guys are going to guess. I got a list right here of 5 coaches that are on the hot seat. And then you guys are going to have to guess on who's on the hot seat. So, Nikki, guess one coach that's on the hot seat right now. And one of them is pretty self-explanatory.
Brian DeBall.
Okay, that's one of them. That's the first one. Why is he on the hot seat?
Because now you're talking about a Giants team that's, despite his first season, they've had 2 straight losing seasons. Now they start off this season 0-2, losing both week 1 and then week 2 in a winnable game against the Cowboys. They found a way to lose in overtime. Now that's, just a lot of questionable decision making, and we've seen for years now Brian DeBall post-game press conferences. We got to go back and look at the tape. That's his generic answer. And a lot of questionable play calling, like calling screen passes on 3rd and 20, expecting a first down.
All right. James, you got a coach on the hot seat?
Yeah, I think I'm going to take the easiest one on your list probably, and Mike McDaniel, the Dolphins.
There you go.
Starting off 0-3 with a team that appears to not really be bought in, having a players-only meeting after week 1. All the red flags of what could possibly be going wrong in an organization are going on in Miami right now. So I don't see how in the world he wouldn't be on the hot seat. And it's just kind of a mess down there right now.
Where is Big C? I keep on sending him the link, and he's not showing up every time for today and last week. Anyway, he can't face the music. All right, there's 3 more in the hot seat. There's 3 more in the hot seat right now. There's 3 more. So if you guys can pick any other ones. If you could think of any old ones, people in the chat, you could think of them too. I don't know where Bo is.
I got one.
Bo-
Kevin Stefanski for the
He should
Cleveland
be.
Browns.
Yeah.
There you go. That's the third one.
Mhm.
That's the third one, Nikki. Why is he on the hot seat?
The team, he's been with the Browns a while. They've had 2 playoff runs, but they've also had several losing seasons. The roster isn't looking too hot. They haven't Stefanski. I mean, I'm not going to say it's all his fault, but he hasn't truly turned this team around the way they should. You're kind of on that. This is like make or break type of year. I mean, how much longer are you going to give him to turn it around before you go in a new direction?
Okay. All right. There's 2 more. James, can you think of any other 2 more? I think they're pretty much self-explanatory, these 2.
I'm trying to think because I don't want to put anybody on.
It's not
that-
Mike Tomlin, Vic.
Yeah.
You're a depressed Steelers fan. It's okay. What is up, Arco?
Yeah, I can't imagine it would be somebody like Aaron Glenn who's only had the job for 2 weeks.
It's not Aaron Glenn, though.
I wouldn't put D'Amico Ryans there even though they're
No.
all 2.
I got a hot take about D'Amico Ryans. It's not this year. It's gonna be, if nothing changes, it's gonna be next year for D'Amico.
Which is fair.
It's gonna, yeah.
They're off to an awful start. So yeah, they
Yeah.
got to figure some stuff out there.
Right.
I don't know. Are you adding up the Panthers?
The Panthers are one of them.
Okay.
Canellis. There you
Oh,
go.
yeah.
That's the 4th one. Yep.
makes
I
sense.
think that's pretty self-explanatory.
Yep. Yeah, they
And
might be putting too much faith in Bryce Young there. I don't know.
Who knows? They need to make a change. And then there's one more. Nikki, can you get it?
Zach Taylor for the Bengals.
Nope. That would have been a good one, but no. No. I'm going to give you guys this one. It's going to take you a little bit. Callahan from the Titans.
Okay.
Callahan from the Titans. He's a first-year head coach. The team, he's gonna. I mean, they need a change there. I know it's a little bit early, low soon, but he's on a hot seat. And then other coaches mentioned as facing pressers. There's 2 of them here. I'm just gonna give you guys them. Raheem Morris from the Atlanta Falcons.
Okay.
I think that's a fair one. And then Sean McDermott from the Buffalo Bills. If nothing happens, if they don't win the Super Bowl here, maybe big pressure for him. Sorry, Eric. But he's not on the hot seat yet, but he's on the outside looking in my opinion, right now. Do you guys agree with that one, or is that one kind of edgy?
So to me, you're gonna have to see like a colossal failure in the playoffs for the fan base to start getting sick of it.
Yeah.
Because they're so good in the regular season every year. They're one of the best teams in the AFC every year. You do have to start seeing some results in the playoffs, or the fan base just gets tired of it. So I get it. And like Adam mentioned, Mike Tomlin, the same reason a large portion of the Steelers fan base is sick of Mike Tomlin. Because they'll win 9 or 10 games every year. They get to the playoffs and they're absolutely stomped. They're not even competitive in the playoffs most of the time. So you got to see something where the Bills are making pushes, maybe at least get to the Super Bowl. Even a Super Bowl loss ought to be enough to have more faith in him that he can make that run.
Yeah. All right. So now we're going to let me up this a little bit so I can see it over my monitor. All right. True or false? So I'm going to give you guys a statement, and then you guys are going to say true or false. I'm going to play as well. Micah Parsons will have more sacks than Myles Garrett. True or false? Nikki, I'm going to start with you.
I'll go true.
You're going to go true? Okay. Okay. Why is that true? Why are you going to go true on that one?
He's with a better team. He's with a better team, and the Packers know how to do more on defense. We've seen through the first couple weeks. Much better defensive coordinator, much better all-around system. I'm putting more confidence there.
All right. James, is it true or false about Michael Parsons getting more sacks than Myles Garrett?
I'd go true also on this, just because I think Mike is in a very good situation there. And typically most seasons by about week 12 or 13, the season's over for Cleveland. And Myles Garrett's performance on the field typically drops off pretty hardcore. There's been a lot of seasons where he doesn't put up any numbers for the last 4 or 5 weeks. So I don't think that this is going to be the year that Cleveland is magically in the competition of things at the end. Although with Joe Burrow going down, that's going to help them out. They'll probably get a couple wins versus Bengals now. But I just don't see it. There's just always been a throwing in the towel going on in Cleveland right around week 12 or 13.
Yeah. So for me, I'm gonna ride with you guys here. I'm gonna say true. Michael Parsons is in a better situation than Myles Garrett is. He's out there he's like wants it more. I can tell he wants it more after getting out of Dallas.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with Michael Parsons here. Justin Jefferson will have more yards than Jamar Chase. True or false? I'm gonna start with James on this one.
He should. I don't know how long that injury is for McCarthy. What do you know about that, Mitch? Is he going to be coming back or?
I think it will be I don't know. It will be a couple weeks, my guess.
Couple weeks? Yeah.
For Carson Wentz is a better quarterback than Jake Browning.
Yeah.
So that's the way I've been looking at it.
Browning for 3 months. So, obviously if he's got any kind of common sense to him, he's going to be pounded to Chase as much as he can. But will he be able to get it to there like Carson Wentz and JJ can to Jefferson? I don't think so. So I think off of quarterback play alone, I'm going to go Jefferson over Chase this year.
I meant for this game.
Oh,
because
for
they're
today.
both going up against each other.
Just for today.
Just for today, yep.
Yeah, I'll stick with it. I still think Carson Wentz is better.
Yeah.
Nikki?
James nailed it perfectly. It's about who can get them the ball. Carson Wentz, at least, I mean, he did have that near MVP season before being injured, and he still occasionally has flashes of brilliance. I'll take that over Jake Browning, especially with Justin Jefferson to throw the ball to.
So for me, I'm gonna go Jefferson as well. Jefferson is going up against a terrible Bengals defense. Carson Wentz is better than Jake Browning, and yeah, that's gonna be fun to watch. All right, James, Steelers defense will get 2 or more interceptions today.
Man, I hope so, but I'm not real optimistic the way they've played the first 2 weeks. So I would take the under if I were betting on it, just because it's a beat up defense right now in Pittsburgh.
So that's false.
Yeah, I would go false on it. Just too many injured pieces, too many guys that are going to be out to expect it. Not that I have that much confidence in Drake May and the Patriots. It just, when you're missing multiple starters in the secondary, multiple on the D-line, multiple linebackers, you can't really expect high results.
Yeah. All right, Nikki, you true or false with the Steelers?
What was the question again?
Steelers will get 2 or more interceptions today. Who you? I'm drawing a blank. Who you got against the Patriots?
Yeah, against the Patriots.
Would they get 2 or more interceptions against the Patriots today?
I'm gonna go with false. Maybe they might get 1. I don't know. I mean,
I'm gonna go true, and this is why. I feel like they're gonna have a bounce back week. I feel like the defense is gonna wake up a little bit, go some pressure on them. God, who's the Patriots quarterback again? Drake May?
Yeah.
That's it. Okay, yeah. I think they're gonna rush Drake May. They're gonna pick it up after a week last week. So I'm gonna go true on this one. I'm gonna go a little different here. All right, Nikki, let's start off with you. Matthew Stafford will throw for more than 250 yards today against the Eagles. True or false?
it's a tough. I mean,
you guys had 2 picks last week?
True. I mean, it might happen because, especially with that Adams versus the Dory Jackson matchup, I'm not a fan of that matchup at all. I'm not a fan of either of those guys. That's a favorable matchup for the Rams.
Okay. James?
Yeah, I'm gonna say the 250 or over, unless he throws the Cooper DeJean too often. Then that ain't gonna go too well. Stay away from Cooper.
Yeah, you're like a huge fan. You were
Oh,
always a big fan of Cooper.
Dude, he was incredible in college. It was so fun watching his tape. And then I wanted the Steelers to draft him in the worst way, and you guys got him. So I'm happy he landed on a good team. But Iowa's got another one coming out, man. I watched the beginning of the Iowa game yesterday, and they have a wide receiver,
Yeah.
195-pound white kid, took the opening kickoff back 104 yards for a touchdown. I was like, where do they get these kids?
Wait,
from,
where did
man?
I gotta watch that? What
Yeah.
the?
Opening
I
kick,
gotta watch
man.
that. Oh my god.
He's a quick dude too. He is really, really quick. So I don't know, man. He might make a splash.
Oh my god. Is he like a freshman or a sophomore? You don't know.
I don't. I want to say he might have been a sophomore.
That sounds right.
Number,
that sounds right.
number
I
21.
don't see a
for Iowa.
freshman doing that.
Yeah.
All right. So for me, I'm gonna go false on this one, and here's why. When you have a defensive line like the Philadelphia Eagles going up against the old offensive line in the LA Rams, it's not a good matchup, especially how you have Jalen Carter, especially after the whole thing with the Spitgate. I can't believe I just said that. And then you have Jordan Davis in the defense rushing Matthew Stafford. He can't run. He is not a mobile quarterback. So the Eagles got to take advantage of that. So that is why I'm going to go false. Hopefully they prove me right. Hopefully. But all right. I wish Bo was here because here's the next one for Seattle. Seattle Seahawks will win by 2 or more touchdowns against the Saints. True or false?
They sure
Well,
should. They sure
they
should, man. They were able to take advantage of a couple of really dumb mistakes by Pittsburgh to win last week. Not taking anything away from Seattle. They played a good game. But it's not too often that you see a kick return man let a ball just go dribble around and not go try to catch it or try to pick it up. So it was a free touchdown for them there. And then they kept one off the board off of a tipped pass in the end zone too, tipped by a Steelers player nonetheless. I think the Saints are bad enough and the Seahawks have just enough juice on offense there. Their passing game looks pretty good and Kenneth Walker ran very, very well in that game. So I think they'll be able to pull it off today.
Wait, who's the coach of the Saints again? Isn't that Kellen Moore?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so that's why he's not on the hot seat because I was looking at my list again. I'm like, wait, he's not there yet. So 2 touchdowns, 2 touchdowns win it is hard to get. The Saints are just that bad. Saints are just that bad.
Yeah.
The only thing they have is Kamara, and he's still running away from the police. So I don't even know how he's in the league. I really don't. But that's a topic for another day. So, yep. Well, I thought Bo was here. Now we're gonna go through predictions this week, and then we're gonna go through hot takes at the end. So let's just it's 7.5 Seattle. Okay, I didn't know that. It was over under? Yeah. So maybe 2 touchdowns is a little bit tough there, but I'm still going to go with a true on that. I'm still going to go true. All right, so let's go through predictions here. I need to pull up the predictions thing. Give me 1 second. Where are you, you son of a... computers just don't want to work for me today. If I could find it. Where are you, you pick'ems? You know what? I'm just gonna use this screen right here. Sure. Packers at the Browns. Who you guys got? Pretty much Packers, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
I think,
over the Browns should be pretty easy.
yeah, I think that's pretty self-explanatory there. So Packers, Browns, the Colts at Tennessee. Indiana Jones against the Tennessee Titans. I'm going with Indiana Jones here.
Colts.
I don't know about you guys. I'm going with Indiana Jones. James?
Until they cool off, you almost kind of have to, right? They're playing way better than what they should be right now. But
It is so funny.
why in the world would it stop against the Titans?
Yeah. All right, Nikki, you're going with the Colts here?
Yes.
There you go. All right, one of my favorite games of the week: Bengals and the Vikings. Who you guys got?
Vikings.
I'm going
Yeah.
with the Vikings too.
Yeah,
Same
I
with you,
think
Gene?
this is where it starts to come unraveled for Cincinnati. They'll probably take a pretty bad whooping today.
Yep. All right. Now we got your Steelers against the Patriots here. So we're gonna start off with James here, then go to Nikki.
So first off, Jesse caught it. That's why I'm wearing the Jesse James jersey today.
Ah,
Hey, Steelers fans in the chat, they understand exactly what I'm talking about on
Yep,
that.
I know which game.
Assuming that the headsets work today, assuming we're not stealing any signals on the sidelines or videotaping or anything, Pittsburgh's getting the W today, getting things back on track. Although I don't think it'll be an easy win because Pittsburgh just isn't playing
Okay.
that good yet.
right. All right, hold on. Here we go. I got it. All right. So Nikki, you got the Steelers?
Yes, I'll take the Steelers in this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
not
look at
fooled
the
by the
percentage.
Patriots' performance in week 2 against the Dolphins. Steelers are still
Yeah.
a better team.
So I'm gonna go with the Steelers as well. I think that is pretty self-explanatory. This game is actually tougher than it looks because
Yeah.
the Rams are a very, very good team. I'm still going with the Eagles. I got them winning 20-14. So we're gonna go with Nikki here. You got you got the Eagles winning?
Yes, I got this being a close game, but the Eagles will end up winning it.
There you go. James?
5 sacks for Jalen Carter today. He's angry, and I like that.
I love that. Oh my god. Because Matthew Stafford can't run. He literally can't run. So.
No, he can't.
Okay. Buccaneers and the Jets. So my buddy, who's a diehard Jets fan, I just talked to him the other day. He's like, "Can we just forfeit this game, please?" He says that for every single week. He has no faith in his Jets. And I think Arku, it was you last week that was like, "Oh, the Jets have a good offense." Well, that's not working out now, is it? My buddy just does not have faith in them at all. Like, no. You guys got the Bucks?
Yeah, I got the Bucks.
Yeah. Baker woke up feeling dangerous. We're going Tampa Bay.
And look at Blaze. Go Rams. No ass grabbing. Of course. Of course. I want to see you guys pick the games as we go along here. So you guys know Marcus Mariota is starting for the Commanders, going up against the Raiders. So I'm going Raiders. I'm honestly going Raiders here. The Commanders are too old. They're the oldest team in the NFL. I don't know about you guys. I'm going Raiders.
Same here. I'll take the Raiders.
Yeah, with Jaden Daniels out, I think it's kind of an easy decision. I'm surprised that the line is still so heavily in favor of the Commanders, but I'll take the Raiders over the Commanders.
Yeah, the Raiders are building something here. They are building something, and of course they have Tom Brady owning the team. So I'm going Raiders there.
What do you guys think about him being up in the press box up in the coach's box where he's not supposed to be? Have you guys heard about this?
No, I actually have not.
Yeah, apparently Tom spent some time in with the coordinators up in the coach's box in the last game, and they're talking about this could be an unfair advantage because he's an owner and he's not supposed to be in there. Plus, he's part of the media, so he's in on some meetings that would give him some insight that he might not be allowed to have as far as a competitive advantage.
Yeah. I don't know about that. You can't say no to Brady. That's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
No one can say no to this guy, even though he cheated a couple times. You can't say no to the greatest of all time.
Yeah, but Jesse caught it.
Yeah, Blake said it.
Yes.
There you go. All right. Falcons at the Panthers.
Falcons.
Okay, James, you too?
Yeah, I mean, it's train wreck versus dumpster fire, and I guess I'll take the train wreck in the Falcons.
So I actually have a question for you. I'm going to Falcons as well, as you can see. Do you guys see Kyle Pitts actually possibly getting traded here? I've been seeing him getting mentioned in the rumors You know, the whole thing with who's their quarterback? Kirk Cousins? That's one of their quarterbacks in the contract or whatever. So do you guys see Kyle Pitts getting traded at all? Like to relieve cap space? Because the Eagles would love to have him instead of Goddard.
I think if they do, it's not going to be soon because you don't do that yet.
Right,
Now,
correct.
If it gets to be
correct.
like week 7, week 8, and they've only won 2 or 3 games, then hey, if he's not doing a lot for you and you can get some serious assets in return for him, then why wouldn't you do it? It seems like they're in quite a rebuild there that just isn't going that well. So I'd consider it if I were them.
Yeah, like Alexander said in the chat here, after this season. So, Nikki, do you see Kyle Pitts getting traded at all?
Yeah. I mean, it's possible, but I don't think it's going to happen in the near future.
Yeah,
I don't
because
think
he's
they're
a
gonna
part
want
of their
the right
corning.
deal. They're going to want the right pieces in return.
Yeah, he's a part of the coining zone. He's part of their building block. Like they have him, Drake London, and Bijan Robinson, who's already the top 2 running back in the league today. So they're building something here with them. If they want to relieve some cap space, I can see it. Pretty much, I don't see it this year, kind of like Reg Alexander said, and you guys have been saying after this season. But I would not be shocked if it gets traded at the deadline. I would not be shocked. If the Falcons, what is their record right now? They are 1-1. If they keep on going, if they go down and lose a couple games in a row, let's say they lose like 3 games or 4, then they're like, okay, we got to make a dramatic change right now. I can see a Kyle Pitts trade for some draft picks. I can see it. Depends on where they're going from here. So, yeah, something to keep an eye on. Texans at the Jaguars. So, as we were talking about the coaches on the hot seat, we were talking about D'Amico Ryans, who I say it's not going to be this season. It will be next season for him to be on the hot seat. So, James, who you got winning this one?
I'm surprised that the Texans are 0-2 at this point. I really thought they'd be better than this.
Right.
So I'm gonna run with you on this and go Texans over the Jaguars because I feel like they shouldn't be an 0-2 team at this point. So I think they bounce back and get their first win.
All right, Nikki.
I'll take the Texans in this one.
Okay. All right. I think we're all in the same boat here. As you guys know, I am not a big fan of Trevor Lawrence. I really am not. He needs those weapons for him to be successful. So I'm going with the Texans here. And the Texans are hungry for a win. They're definitely hungry for a win. All right. Broncos at the Chargers. I think, are you guys going Broncos at all? Is anyone going Broncos?
No, the sophomore slump seems real there, and the team's showing a few holes in the armor that we didn't think were there, and the Chargers are looking very good.
Yeah. Nikki?
I'm going with the Chargers in this one.
There you
Especially
go.
with the way the Broncos struggled early on. It's like both weeks. Week 1, it was the offense. Week 2 is the defense. I get the Chargers, who are looking really good, especially in the passing game. Broncos, no Patrick Surtain. I don't trust that.
Yeah. I'm going with the Chargers as well. Justin Herbert is one of the best quarterbacks in the league right now. So if you want to rank the best quarterbacks in the league, you got Josh Allen, you got Herbert right there, and you got some other quarterbacks you could put. But Herbert is definitely have an MVP type season right now. So here we go. Saints at the Seahawks. Who you guys got?
I'll take Seahawks.
For you, Bo. For you, Bo.
I didn't know the Saints had that many friends and family members that were taking them on this one.
Right.
That's all that is to get 4%. So definitely going Seahawks, the drastic better team in this situation.
All right. The Bears at the Cowboys. And Trayvon Diggs may not be playing, guys. I think he may be out. So, do you guys have the Cowboys or the Bears? I went with the Bears because you guys know me. So, Nikki, are you going with the Bears or the Cowboys here?
The Cowboys in this one.
You're going with Cowboys? Okay.
Yeah, I'm with Nikki on this one. I've tried to put faith in the Bears this season already, and it's bit me in the butt both times. So I'm over that. Until they actually show me they deserve it, I'm not going back to having any faith in that team. I'll take the Cowboys today.
And of course, Alexander, you're going with the Cowboys. You're a Cowboys fan. Of course. All right. The Cardinals at the Niners. I'm trying to think why I went with the Cardinals.
Purdy out?
Yeah, right. Yep.
Yeah.
Purdy's out, and they got a couple injuries there. So I am going with the Cardinals. Thank you, James. You're going with the Cardinals too?
Yeah, I'll do that for the same reason. You know, most backup quarterbacks just aren't going to beat a decent team, and the Cardinals are looking like maybe they're putting it together this season. Off that 2-0 start. I mean, last year it was so frustrating watching that team. You know, one week they'd put it all together, and the next week they'd fall back apart. It's like they just couldn't do it 2 weeks in a row. But I'll take the Cardinals, being that they actually have their starting quarterback.
All right. Nikki.
I'll take the Cardinals.
Okay. Chiefs at the Giants. Now, a lot of my friends, or one podcast that we have that called the Solution Breakdown, my girlfriend Mark Baker, he has the Giants perhaps beating the Chiefs as his upset of the week. I can see that. The Chiefs are not. I can see it, but I'm still going with the Chiefs. I'm still going with the Chiefs. I'm not that far. But you guys going with the Giants?
I don't expect Russ to throw for 450 again this week, I'll tell you.
Right? Right.
So, yeah, I think the Chiefs have a lot to prove. I think they're probably pretty mad that they weren't able to pull off a win last week. And they really need to get this ship righted, or it's going to get messy real quick for them. So I think the Chiefs probably really stick it to the Giants today.
All right. Nikki, you're going with the Chiefs?
Yes.
All right. And here we go. James's favorite game of the week, the Lions at the Ravens. I'm going Baltimore. I think Baltimore's defense is going to make Jared Goff a little bit uncomfortable, so I'm going with Baltimore.
I'm going with the Lions in this one.
Oh, okay. Okay. Let me hear why, Nikki. Let me hear why.
I don't know. Do you really trust the Ravens to close games out? And secondly, we saw their defense against the real team. And don't give me that Browns. That was just an easy beast game for them.
That is true. That is true. James, are you going with your arch rivals, the Ravens?
Are you kidding me? We're going Lions all day long. Let's put the Ravens down to 1-2. I'll be cheering hard for the Lions in this one.
I'm the lone wolf again. I'll take it. Yes.
Right.
I'm number one in the pick'ems in the Hardcore Sports Network, so I can afford a loss.
There you go.
Nikki's right behind me. He's second. I'm first. So I'm like, it's going to be head-to-head like we were last year, Nikki. All right. Oh, yeah. We don't have 2 Monday Night Football games this week.
Right. I think next week there's 2.
Why is that a thing? Why is it every other week? Is there like a reason, or am I just like?
I'm trying to think of an answer, but I can't think of anything.
I think they're probably just mostly going to do it with West Coast teams. So you got to have a West Coast matchup. Otherwise, it doesn't really make sense. Nobody on the East Coast wants a 10 o'clock kickoff.
That is true. I'm not watching a 10 o'clock game. Like, I'll watch it and then I'll just go to bed.
Yeah. If it's Pittsburgh, I'll stay up and watch it because it's my team. But if it's any other team in the league, it's not happening.
When is your do you have a Monday Night Football game coming up, James, at all, or no?
I think they have at least one every year. I can pull it up. I don't recall which. Next week is our Ireland game. So when do you guys play? Is that Sunday or Friday? It's like 9:30 in the morning, I think.
Oh my God, I forgot.
It's a 9:30 a.m. kickoff, so you're gonna see things a little different next week because I'll be in my living room watching the game while we do the show.
I love that.
That'll be fun.
I gotta see. Actually, while I'm here right now,
I might have a few eruptions during the game, depending on.
That's perfect. That's perfectly fine. I'm actually looking on the network right now. to see if there's anyone actually streaming that game next week. We should have one person. No, as of right now. Wait, no. Next week we got the Chargers and the Giants. Ravens and Chiefs, that's a good one. And then we got the Packers and the Cowboys next week. So I'm gonna try to and Thursday night football we got the Cardinals and the Seahawks. So we got a couple games covered here. I'm gonna try to find someone to stream that Sunday morning game. That's gonna be fun. Who are they playing? Who are you guys
Vikings.
playing? Ooh. I'll
Mhm.
take you guys over that. I'll take you guys over Carson Wentz. All right. So to close out this week, so do you guys have any hot takes for your teams? Any teams? Do you guys have any hot takes? Same with the chat as well. International games next week. I am glad that the Eagles don't have any international games this year. I loved it for Brazil. I'm glad we won. But then it just like they took away a home game for us. But
Yeah.
I'm just like, yeah. I'm glad we don't have any international games this year. That's
Yeah.
just me.
Hot take: Kevin Stefanski's getting fired at halftime against the Packers.
If that happens, I'll be like, oh my God, no way.
You're gonna end up clipping that on the network if it happens.
If it actually happens, I'm clipping that. There's no way around it. I have to. James, you got any hot takes? Anybody in the chat got any hot takes? That's bold. Yeah, it is. Got any hot takes, James?
I'll go with 2 tight end touchdowns for Pittsburgh today.
Or here
Ooh,
I got this one.
go
The
for it.
winner of the Cardinals 49ers game will be viewed as the worst undefeated team.
Wait,
You're probably right, though.
so if the Cardinals win, right, they have to win today for that to make all right. Browns upset Packers. Okay.
That's
That'll
bold.
be kind of funny. That'll be hilarious if I see that. That'll be hilarious.
That's either bold or that isn't sugar you put on your cereal. Be careful.
Well, again, he is a Cowboys fan, so we're just gonna keep that to what it is. Hot take. TJ Watt will get his first sack of the season. Wait, he doesn't even have a sack yet?
No, he's getting double teamed at twice the rate of Myles Garrett so far this season.
Oh my God.
He's only had like 6 opportunities rushing the passer where he was 1-on-1.
Wow. I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's been crazy. But they're also not getting ahead and staying ahead where you're in that situation of pass rushing every down. So
Yeah.
that's hurting them. But
So we got the Giants over the Chiefs. Yeah, my buddy said that as well. I don't know why. I really don't. The Chiefs are 0-2, but I feel like they're going to bounce back and everyone will be like, oh, look, it's the Chiefs again. It's like, I don't see them losing this week at all. I really don't. If they do, wow.
must have
Oh, my
faith in Danger Russ there.
Hey, I'm going to call my buddy right now. I'm like, dude, if the Giants win, I'm going to buy you dinner. If the Giants win, I'm going to say that. I'm going to say that. I don't see it, but he sees it. I'm like, okay, whatever. So my hot take, shout out to the 20 people in the chat right now. Make sure you guys press that like, subscribe, notification bell. Next week, we'll be doing the show as James is watching the Steelers game at 9:30 in the morning. So,
Which means you might see my dogs.
oh, that's great. I love dogs. So, okay. Arku says Carson Wentz torches the Bengals for 300 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Let's go. I'm here for it.
Hey, if that happens, that'll make this statement true. Or no, it will be false. It will be false then. All right. So my hot take, I said this on Fly Like an Eagle. I'm going to stick to it. Nikki, you know that Dallas Goedert is back, right? You know that he's back. You're ready to go. So hold on. I got to go here. I have Dallas Goedert getting 6 receptions, 80 yards, and 1 touchdown. I feel like that will happen against the Rams today. And if that happens, hey, I called it. I got it written right here. I got it called. So, all right, guys. Appreciate everyone tuning in. James, what you got coming up, man?
We'll have a recap show going on Monday night for the outcome of the Steelers-Patriots game. Hopefully we're not talking about any fictitious play calls or refereeing mistakes. And then next Saturday we'll preview the Sunday morning game.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I saw you guys make a thumbnail for the video.
Yeah,
Who was that?
that was Cody.
Oh, wow. Okay. Okay.
Stepping his
Learning Canva. I like it.
game.
I am streaming the game, David. I am streaming the game today with Cool Cat. So we're gonna have two different streams of this game today. So hopefully the Eagles win because I don't want to see Cool Cat mad. I don't want to see him mad. Oh my God, he's the biggest Jalen Hurts fan, James, that you will ever meet.
Nice.
And I always troll him by saying Kenny Pickett won the Super Bowl because he took the knee at the end. So he did win. Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
Kenny gets the dub.
He got the dub, didn't he? I mean, he did get the
Technically gets his
dub.
ring.
Yeah,
He got the ring and he got the dub. So I don't care. Jalen Hurts is still MVP, but Kenny Pickett still won the game. Anyways, Nikki, what you got, man? You got a lot of stuff coming. I know that.
Let's see. We got episode 27 of the 3-Point Blitz coming up on Tuesday, 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Mostly going to be a recap of week 3. Then 8 p.m. we got Pick'ems exclusively on the Hardcore Sports Network. That's going to be a thing. You also going to have some YouTube shorts, some maybe impromptu live streams exclusively on my channel, especially later week as we get closer toward the next Eagles matchup.
Yes, sir. And for me, you guys will see me at 1 o'clock for the Eagles and Eagles versus Rams on the Hardcore Sports Network and also on my channel, Cool Cat Connors. And guys, right after this at 11 o'clock a.m., we have my guy Eric with his show, The Wrestling Asylum. Make sure you guys tune in. He's going to be talking about Wrestling Palooza, AEW All Out. So I'm going to post that link in the chat right now so you guys can go over there and tell him I said hi and what's up. So make sure you guys do that right there. Really appreciate you guys. Press that like, subscribe, notification bell. And Big C, where you at, man? Where are you at? I want a Dolphins fan right now. I want a Dolphins fan right here on the channel. That's what I want. He's ignoring my DMs. Anyway, guys, I'll catch you later. Bitch.